hopeless at this. Not the best, but there we go. We'll give it a go. Just thought I'd pop in. I was going to do it again, do it last week, but decided not to bother. But I'm in Idaho Falls right now, fixing trucks. That's what's going on. I've got people on here now, so I just need to know how it's working. Somebody's gave me a thumbs up, so it'd be good to know if I'm the only person that's here or I'm talking to myself. See what's going on. But yeah, fixing trucks. Got the oil field coming on kind of strong here in a little while. I don't know if I've got something wrong here. Just a second here. 7 people on here. Can somebody comment on something here? How do I do that? Live chat. Here we go. There we go. Diesel burner. I'm here, Tommy. Fantastic. Good. Tom Reed, come on, old boy. Yeah, great. Alicia W, me and Carmen are watching. That's the granddaughters. Hello there. How you doing? I hope you're being good today. Tom Reed, I don't think I haven't noticed that you're making all these old comments now. That I'm just, hey, the alternative to not having birthdays isn't very good, is it? So, but yeah, I'm in Idaho Falls. Been here for a week now, I think, and trying to get trucks up and running to go to the oil field. We've got a big job starting off here pretty quick. If you've been watching the channel, you'd know it's happening down there. In New Mexico. Wes was down in South Texas for a while. Hold on, I'm getting some comments here. How do I manage to keep these comments? Where do I get them? Hey, the guys that do this all the time obviously know what they're doing. Let's just see here. Nope, I don't. So if I haven't read your comment, how do I do this? Just bear with. Got to be a certain amount of intelligence here, I would think. No. Live chat. Okay. Now I've got a bunch of stuff up here on the screen. Goodness gracious me. Jim Nolan, hi. Tommy, Jimmy, Liverpool. Oh dear, just bear with me. There we go. Robbie Walker says howdy. If you just bear with me for a second here, I'll come back to the comments, but I'm going to take you outside and go for a wee walk around the yard, alright? And if you'll excuse my hairdo here, Alicia, granddaughter in Scotland, said, grow your hair long, Papa. So I'm just waiting for the go-ahead to get it cut. So hold on, spin this around, let you see what we've been up to. Okay. Apologies if it's windy here, but hopefully it's not too bad. So if you remember this thing from last year, we had that for a few months out and running, and everybody said, oh, don't buy a cat, they're expensive to fix. Well, this one wasn't too bad. Got that yellow paint. So we put a new head gasket, new deck plate, got the head done on it. Got it all fired up, got a new turbo in there, top turbo anyway. Over here, got a new AC compressor. Every AC line has been changed because we put the compressor on it, had a hole on it, so we put a new one on it, and then I don't know if the new compressor had a lot of pressure on it, but it blew one of the air lines, and then it blew another one, so we just decided to change all 4 of them. What else have we done to it? Obviously changed the oil on it. Still got to do this. It's got a new cap to get on there, the new neck on it. It's all crushed up because this truck started its life with a Cummins in it, and when you change the engine into a Cat, that makes them more valuable. But the only trouble is, if you can see there, the hood's got a little notch on it. Well, it needs to be notched to the right a little bit so as it doesn't crush the cap up there. Jeff rewired my headlights for me, all these here. It's got these super brilliant headlights on it. That's the old yellow lady there. And then we'll get this white thing here that we took the roof scoop off it to make it look more like a truck instead of a It just looked odd. Put a new steering box on it because it was a bit wandery, so that got done. New ABS sensor in there. What else? Just seems like every time we get something done to it, it needs something else. Oh, I put one of these on here yesterday. The radiator stabilizer bar. New valve, tractor protection valve. Just got to get through the brakes, make sure they're alright. Put a new one of these beasts on it. And I bought the mud flaps, but I bought them too long, so. And this is my next little project here, this ball of spaghetti. Rewiring the back lights. All this was in here like this, all tied up, and it had a junction box in it, and it was all corroded in there, so just cut that off. I'm going to rewire them here, just directly into it. It's getting a bit windy, so let me just get back up here. I hope this isn't too noisy. But this is going to be noisy. Hold on a second. Where are you at? Fantastic! I had it run earlier, so if I rev it, don't think I'm being irresponsible. Hold on. Hold on there. I'll turn the jakes off for a second. I don't know if you can see this smokestack there on the ground. Hold on. I'm highly impressed. My wife's probably sitting there at home with my mother-in-law on the couch, you know, thinking, what's so impressive about that? But no, I like it. Let me put the jakes back on here. Hold on. There we go. So that's our up and running again. Magic, eh? What do you think of that? Right, let me have a wee look for 1 second. Oh. So just get this one here, get a few bits and pieces, it keeps cutting out. There's a couple of other things. Somebody actually stole, don't know if you can see this in here, if it will show it. Somebody actually stole the Kingpin covers. So, and those stacks there, they were facing to the side, and it's a kind of a cow hauler thing, I think, but I don't like it. But sorry to offend any people from Texas that think that they should turn to the side, but I turned them and we had to take them off. I had to take them off to bring it back from Nebraska on the trailer because it was too tall to go under the bridges. So, right. Let me see if I can get, just don't go away, I need to try and somehow get my messages onto this phone so that I can read them, alright? Just stay there for a second, hold on. Alright, hopefully this is still going. Oh, here we go. Yep, it is, so. Let me see if I can get some messages, comments on this phone here. Everybody, there's a lot of people on the YouTube that do this, and they make it look so freaking easy. But I don't know how to do it. So, bear with me, please. Yeah, I've lost 2 folk there already. Don't know how to do this. Don't know how to do it. Hold on, I'm working on it. No, that one. No, that one. No, that one. Stick with me. Oh, there it is. Right, hold on. Okay, got it. Got the messages. Sorry for that. Apologies. I'm just not the brightest when it comes to these things. So, Diesel Burner says, I'm here, Tommy. Great to have you here. Tom Reed says, come on, old boy. Yes, I'm doing my best to get on with this. My old hair flattened in a bit. Sharon Stark, hi Tommy from Fife. Hello. Robbie Walker, howdy. Hope the comment about the stacks doesn't offend you there, Robbie. I know you're into that kind of thing down there. Jim Nolan, hi Tommy. Jimmy, Liverpool, great, good to have you here. Matt Hooper, go on Tommy lad. Hi Matty, hope you're doing well down there. Rodeo, like a mouse chewing paper. Yes, it sounds fantastic. I like it. Sounds good. It is easy, aye. No very much easy, I can tell you that. I'm looking like I've got a bit of a comb over going on here, but anyway, there we go. But thanks for coming in and watching. Also, thanks for last week. I got a bunch of people on here wishing me happy birthday. That was great. Appreciate that. And everybody that subscribes to the channel, that's a great thing as well. I am quite chuffed at how things are going with the trucks, to be honest with you, getting these things back up and running. The little white one there, taking the roof scoop off it, this great big scoop thing, a big fairing for pulling a reefer. But when we're down in Texas, it looks as daft as all get out, you know, with a sandbox behind it. So, took that off. We've got another man coming on to, one of Wes's friends is going to come down and drive in the oil field for a little while. See whether he likes the oil field or whether he wants to go driving over the road. So we've got that going on. Wife's been busy in Scotland with a little cafe, so she's done great there. That's up and running and going fine. Looks fantastic. Looking forward to getting back there and getting some grub and seeing the missus and going on a date. What else has been happening? Justin, he got unloaded down in Utah this morning. He's somewhere called Myton. Never been there, heard of it or anything like that, but it's out towards between Price and Vernal, out that kind of mountainous road out there. But he's headed up here. He'll load tomorrow. Wes is heading down to Houston on, I'd have to say, probably the best paying load we've had since we started trucking. And it's not even Houston, it's to the Costco there at Brookshire just before you get to Houston. So, but he'll be down there and he'll probably drop a reefer in a yard in Texas and pick up a sandbox trailer. It's no sandbox, we're hauling, it's double boxes. We're working for Liberty up there in New Mexico. But the loads pay really good. It's supposed to start Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. So he'll unload Monday, Tuesday, switch trailers and start heading back up. Oil field, it was pretty good in New Mexico. At least one load a day, which the loads are $1,200 a day. But Wes is able to do 1.5 to 2. So, but he had a little delay towards the end getting loaded. Then they moved his, for some reason they go in spells there. They run for a while, then they shut down for a few weeks to let everybody have their time off at the same time. They move all the equipment to the new well sites and they start fracking again. And that's the way they do it, so it's about to start up again. But in the interim period, good words there for somebody from my education, and during the interim period, they relocated us to West Texas, which was a bomb. It was terrible. We got off of that onto sandbox, and the double boxes never work in Texas for us. We have never had any success with it. We've done it 3 times now, and every time is terrible. So we onto sandbox, did a bit better, and then they called us up and said, hey, you want to go to South Texas? So Wes went down to South Texas, and it was pretty good down there. But with some problems with the yellow truck, and we decided to bring it up, and instead of having a breakdown in the Mexican border, right, he was right. There was him, a rail yard where he was loading, and then the Rio Grande right behind him. So, but yeah, so we decided to bring it up, but we're going back down with the blue one this week, and we've got a trailer sitting in Farmington to pick up for the blue one, and then that's why the big push for it. And Wes is going to take the purple one into the oil field as well. So we've got a trailer in the shop up here, got a new compressor fitted to the reefer. So that'll be good to go tomorrow. Justin will still be running, and Brett's still running. He's having this weekend off. Some R&R, as they say. Let me see, I've got some comments on here. Robbie Walker, this Texan isn't too hard-headed about everyone's preferences. I like it. Yeah, I prefer them straight. I'd rather have the adapter on it that's a 5-inch. It goes from a 5-inch to 7 inches. I don't like the 8-inch tips on them, and I'd rather be straight up with a little 45-degree mitre on them. That'd be ideal for me. But those ones that were sticking out to the side, just didn't like them very much. But no, that's just what's going on. It's a nice day here. I'm just waiting for Jeff to come up and get in the shop and do some more work. Worked here till 11:30 last night. That was it's a bit hard going in my old bones, to tell you the truth. But no, that's it. Just working away doing that. I'm looking forward to getting on the road again, and I hear people talking about how hard truck driving is. I can tell you something. It's a lot easier than pulling tools, I'll tell you that, for free. It's quite a good, easy job, if you ask me. But let me have a wee look here. I think somebody else has just commented there. Tom Reed said, did you manage to get a driver for the Florida truck? Well, actually, Wes is in that truck right now. I drove it up. It's got a terrible shake off the steering, so I put 2 new tyres on it, and I drove it in a short load, and then Wes has taken it down to, he went to Florida and back up, and he loaded again yesterday to go down to Houston, but he's driving it at the minute, and it's probably going to go into the oil field just in the short term with a new guy to try it. But I think it's easier to have new people try the shorter hooded trucks, even though it's going into the oil field, and it's a 10-speed, so they're easier to drive. And the blue one's a 13, and the yellow one's an 18, and those are slightly. There's one more thing to think about if you're not get any experience doing that, and they've got that big freaking hood sticking right out the front there. So, but that's what's happening with the purple one. I like, it for a truck to make money with. It gets 6.5 miles to the gallon. Some people out there, Cash is King, those guys, they're running 7 and 8 miles to the gallon, but no me. We're always loaded heavy. I'll just put my window up here in case it's windy. We're always loaded heavy, and we're always running flat out. We do 75, 80 all the time, and so we're never going to get hugely good fuel consumptions, So, but that's what's doing with that purple one. It's a big truck. It's spacious inside. A guy can stand up in the front of it and walk all the way back, and it is a lovely truck for all the kind of creature comforts. But I just don't like 10 speeds. Everybody seems to be going with the automatics these days, So that's what's going on there. I just thought I'd try one of these lives because everybody seems to be doing them, and I watch them. But I think I prefer making a video, because for the biggest reason is I'm always a bit nervous that I'm going to say something that I can't take back. If I do a video and then make a mess of it, I can redo it and cut a bit out and chop a bit off. But if you say something wrong on here, you know, then I was talking to my wife about that, and she said, I don't care, just as long as you don't say anything wrong about me. So maybe that was wrong even saying that. Who knows? Who knows these days? But even when you start these videos, you know, it says on here, watching 0. So then you're talking to like nobody. So a wee bit strange. A wee bit strange. Some comments here. A second here. There's somebody I know commented, Libby Withers from Scotland. She says, hi honey, with a wee kiss. She's sitting there now, and I think she's probably finished her second glass of wine. So I'm hoping that when my boy comes on here to edit some of the comments that she might put on. But no, I hope you have a lovely time, Mrs. Thanks for all your hard work and everything you do. I hope you enjoy your mother being there and have a cracking day at the beach tomorrow. Never thought I'd be saying that to somebody in Prestwick, but it's a lovely wee town in Prestwick there, you know. Hey, and I've had people go into the cafe that subscribe to the channel. What a thing that is, eh? We've got a subscriber on here, Murdo. His wife was in, and it's really strange, and it makes the world such a small place when my wife is talking to his wife and he subscribes to the channel. And I don't know if I told this, but I met him in the high street when we started the lockdown for the old COVID thing. I was standing at the cash machine, and he walked past me and he asked me, are you Scottish Trucker Tommy? And I said, I am. And I was thinking, this is a gag. I'm in Prestwick Main Street here. There's hardly anybody here. And I said, aye, my wife runs that wee cafe shop in there, Bramley's. He says, well, I'm just heading there to pick up my 4 Cullen skink soups. And I said, I just made them. I hope you like them. And so it was a good bit of banter, and walked into the shop, and he always comments in the channel and stuff. So it's when you're working so far away from home, I really like doing the YouTube because my grandkids can watch it, my kids watch it, and you know, I've got family all over the world now, and they're getting spaced out, and so it's really great to do that. Plus as well, when I'm dead, you'll have these videos to watch and think how daft your grandpa was, and your dad was, or your papa was. So anyway, not so cheery subject. Hold on, see what's going on here. Tom Reed said, that speed sounds scary when you're... Oh, hold on a second here, just a minute.
Jeff around?
No, hey, I'm doing a live YouTube video. So, this is going on the internet now. Just so... I know he was looking for...
Do you know where my truck is?
It's in the shop, and he was getting parts for the AC. They were doing something last night, and something didn't work, so...
So is he here today?
Yeah, he's supposed to be here by now, but give him a call, okay?
I called him twice.
Alright. Okay, buddy. Sorry about that. He would have just kept chapping the window. Somebody looking for the truck. That speed sounds scary when you're only used to 56 miles an hour. Yeah, it probably does sound scary, but it's not really as scary as it is, because there's times that you sit and you're doing 80, then you can't even tell. It just feels like about 50, and that doesn't. I don't want that to sound like, yeah, you're 56 as our 80, but it's no, just the size of the country, the width of the roads, the straightness of the roads. If you're driving down Prestwick Airport at 100 miles an hour in the middle of it, you wouldn't even think you were hardly moving, and it's kind of that same effect here. But no, it does. It is. You've got to. I think you have to be up doing those kind of speeds when you're going from the western United States down to Florida and back. You know, to do that at 56 miles an hour, it would take you. It would take you a long time. It's 20. To go to Miami is 2,600 miles from here. So, without any traffic, you're 50 hours driving right there, pretty much, and that's without breaks. So, 10 hours a day. Yeah, take you a week to get there probably. Do all the bits and bobs that goes on. But yeah, sometimes it's fast, in the snow it can feel fast, you know, but yeah. See what else we got here. Robbie Walker, keep up the great work. I'm a fan of what you're doing. Maybe one day we'll meet up for supper in West Texas someday. Yeah, that would be good. Yep, we're doing through there a lot. My kind of plan is to have something based down there near the Big Spring area, so that we can, instead of running Florida, we can run to San Antonio. And the way I go, being a scale dodger, is I go from here. If I leave here in the evening, the scales are usually shut, and then Utah is usually shut, and then we come down over into Price, Utah, down through Moab, and then I get to Albuquerque and run up Klein's Corners down to Roswell, across the plains, and take 87 all the way down. And if I'm taking 87 all the way down, I run all the way till I hit the 10 down through San Angelo. And if we had trucks doing that, it's a safe road for the snow in the winter time as well. So if we had trucks running up and down 87 from up here down to Texas, we could have a little bit of a base there, and have a driver's room with washing machines in it, and a cooker and a barbecue place and all that type of thing, so that the drivers could go through there, do the laundry, we could wash the truck, check it out, you know, have some wheels with tires built up on them, so that if we need a tire, just zip it off and put it on the other one. And then it's also give us a place to base the oil field trucks out at the same spot, because most of the work that we did all dropped off in Big Spring. So if we get down that way, and we do that, yeah, it'd be good to bump into you sometime. I know you comment most all the videos, Robbie, so appreciate you watching and your support on the channel. Let's see what else we got on here. Libby Withers, maybe even my third or fourth. Aye, I know. She'll be sitting there drinking her wine with her mother, and the two of them's probably sitting there watching this now, right? And I'll tell you what happens. Her mother will go home and tell my wife's brother, yeah, we had a bottle of wine, Elizabeth most of it. And then if they have two bottles of wine, Elizabeth had most, she had one, and then some of the other one. And then my wife will tell me, my mother had most of it. So somehow, somewhere, there's a leak in these bottles, or somebody is coming in and taking it when they're not watching, because they always say the same thing. I only had two small glasses, my mum had the rest. Magic. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your night, mate. We got here. Spay Dutch, watching for Speyside. Fantastic. Isn't YouTube brilliant? For me, you know, there's people from Scotland on here. I'm sitting in a gravel parking lot in North America, and there's people from home watching this, so it's good. I like it. I like it. These live things, I think there's, when I'm watching them, and you can turn this off if you want, don't think you have to watch it, but when I'm watching them, I think sometimes people talk a load of rubbish, and people are watching that. So that's when I do the videos, I think, oh, it's rubbish, you can't put that on. And I'll get rid of it, and I try to get something that's kind of pertinent, maybe, or something that is, you know, is a worthy story, or something that's, you know, it's not, it doesn't always come across as that, because you can't please everybody all the time. But you try to make some videos, but then when I try to do a live, I don't know what to say as much. But we're getting there. I would say the first quarter we had was poor ish. April was probably the worst month that we've had trucking since we started, but May, from the end of the last week in April, it picked up, and May has been good so far. You know, we're getting trucks back on the road. I still need to find another driver, I think, to run over the road in that purple truck and put one of these other ones down in the oil field. And Wes is going out, and he's going to be buying some trucks, so he's got big plans, that kid. He says, I've learnt from you, I've watched your struggles, I don't want to get more authority, but I want to buy some trucks. And he's still going to drive a truck for me in the oil field, and he's bought a truck to go over the road, him and his partners. So they've got a little consortium. They've got a truck coming to go over the road, leased onto me, and he's going to put another truck in the oil field and build a little fleet within a fleet. So hopefully that works out for both of us and we can both make some money at it. So that should be good. I'd really like to have 4 of my own running over the road, because it seems to be whenever I've got 3 or 2, it's always a bit of a struggle, you know. And then it's the economies of scale, right? So if you're making 10% in each truck, and then you have a truck go down and you've only got 3, it's a bit of a struggle. If you've got 4 and one goes down, you've still got 3 of them making the 10% to help get the other one back in the road. So ideally, for cash flow and everything, I'd like to have 4 running long haul and have some maybe 3 or 4 old ones in the oil field just putting around down there. The main thing you need down there is the air conditioning. So we've got the AC in that blue one now is excellent. You could freeze yourself in it. You know, we've got the back, it's working really well. The bunk's working good as well. On another note, must say to you, my insurance back in the day, a while back there, was up for renewal, and I got a quote, 2 quotes, 85 grand and 82 for 4 trucks. It's quite high. So then I went and got another quote from a different place, and it was quite high as well. It was about 90. It was very high. So as soon as we renewed our insurance, the broker came back to us and said, hey, it's going to be 16,000 more because we've added one of your drivers. And anyway, I had a big argument with them, and so they've gone out and got me some more quotes and come back to me and says we can get it done for 65. And I thought, well, you know, 65 is a whole heap better than the 102 that it was going to be. So I said, okay, let's renew it at the 65. And they come back and said, hey, we've taken a deposit, there's been a change in the quote, and it's down to 55. And I thought, they've just taken $47,000 off of my insurance for the year. So how the insurance industry works, I just don't know. And I don't know if my battery's going to run out here or not, but I don't think it is. Right, let's see, got some comments here. I think the last one was about my wife. Oh no, it's Spey Dutch watching for Speyside. Keith Moss watching for Leith. Angus Duncan, Perth, Scotland. Hey bud, brilliant. This is fantastic. People are on for home. You know, thanks for watching. Great. Nigel Thomas. Hi Tommy, hope you doing good from Devizes, Wiltshire. Fantastic, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The world is small, eh? I like McCann's. You've been subscribed to me almost for the beginning. What's with the 10-speed transmission, Tommy? Is it 5/5? Yes. Or is it like the old Spicer box where you had to split on the 5 gears in the main box? If you could split in the 5 in the main box, that'd be better. But this is, you come along 2 you in back is first, but you hardly use really. And then you've got, so it's like this shape: first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Flick the button up, back along to first, and that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which really sucks, you know. And the 18 is kind of similar to that, except for the 13 is similar to that, except for the top half is, once you get into high range, you split each gear, you know. So if you get up and down a hill, you get your foot in the accelerator in 13th gear, and you slide a little button back in your transmission, then it's foot off and back on, and it slips down a half a gear. And then if you're going to go back up again, you slip the button forward, foot off and back on, and it goes back up. So it's a lot, you know, using clutches, and it's just a nice, it's easier than, you know. Plus you've got a smaller range between each gear, so you don't really lose your momentum, you know. It's just, it's like having a 3-speed Sturmey Archer bike, and that's a 10-speed, and then a 10-speed truck, and then you go into a 10-speed racer bike or a 12-speed